Hey, what up, dude? You know what? It's Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the Mike and Mish show. I just went downstairs during the
Mhm.
5-minute countdown,
Yeah.
made myself a drink, came back up here, sat down, started the show, and you know what I forgot downstairs?
Your drink.
Yes,
Wow, what a stew not.
sure
Tell Amy to
did.
bring that thing up. Isn't that what she's
Nah, it's
for?
okay.
Jesus
I'll
Christ.
drink it afterwards, dude. I gotta be
Amy, Amy,
focused.
get my drink.
I got I got to be focused tonight because we have two guests coming on, and one of them just happens to be the reigning, defending, undefeated featherweight champion in the BKFC, Mr. Hefty Bag himself. Kai Stewart's coming on tonight. Mike, what do you think about that?
Yeah. I think that's pretty damn cool. That's what I think. Where is this guy? I want to see him.
Yeah, he'll be here soon. Yeah, I'm in good comms. I have good comms with him.
Good comms. Good
As you guys
comms.
could see, we are still doing the show. I am in my regular studio as normal, and Mike is still in what seems to be like an insane asylum by
I
the
forgot to
looks of
shut
it.
this door right here.
Yeah, look at that.
That
Mike, you should
that
show him
is
the
the door.
fan. You guys got to see the fan. This
Fan's
is
so
the
okay,
look
ready?
at it.
Ready for this?
Ready for this? Check
Look,
the
let's
fan
take a
out.
look at this fan. Ready? What the fuck fan is that?
What is
What is
this?
this? A
Go ahead, Mike.
fan for ants? It's got
Dude,
like
what
6-inch blades on them things. You know what this is? You know what that is, right? I'm
low
gonna tell you what that is.
cheapest
In the
thing that they could
military,
possibly bought?
okay, could be that, could be lowest bidder, right? Or it could be someone became victim of ordering the wrong thing without looking. They didn't look at the description. So they said, we need a bunch of fans. Oh, these are really cheap. Let's get them.
Wow,
And then
yeah.
they came in, they opened the box and they were like, oh shit, this is why they were so cheap because they're fans for ants. Unbelievable. It's
Dude,
not
it's
cooling
the
me off.
what is this, a school for ants? Mike, I went back to work today for the first time in over a week and a half, and I gotta tell you, dude, I was fucking balls to the wall, busy all goddamn day. And I'm glad to be out of work and here talking to my buddy about bare knuckle fighting, dude. I needed this tonight.
Yeah, I was hoping my service worked because I have no service. Like when I tell you, I wonder how this looks to other people, but I have no service right now.
You look clear and you
Good,
sound clear.
good,
So I don't
good,
know what you see on your screen, but if everyone can
good.
see what I see right now, you look crystal clear and you sound fine. So that's what's up, man. Um,
Neato.
we can shout out our sponsors real quick and then talk about a few things. We have our regular, we have our you know, the ones we've been riding with since like December, I think. We've been going on almost 6 months with these guys. The buckedup.com, man. Get over to Bucked Up, get some supplements, get some energy drinks, really good, clean, high quality products, tasty, sugar free um energy drinks. I had the protein, the horchata today. It was pretty fucking good. I added a little peanut butter to it. It was
Horchata.
horchata. I didn't know what that meant, but it has like a cinnamon, it's like a vanilla cinnamon flavor to it, and I added a little peanut butter in there because I'm a fucking lunatic, and it was really delicious. Get over to buckedup.com, use promo code Mike and Mish 20 and get yourself 20% off the total purchase. Why not, right, Mike?
Yeah, why the hell not? Dynamic life, sexual health, weight loss, and anti aging. Retake control of your life by reaching optimal health. Visit www.livedynamic.com. It's the only online platform where you can become a patient in under 20 seconds. Also, check out their Instagram page at Live Dynamic. That's LIV Dynamic on Instagram. Boom.
Boom. We do have a new sponsor incoming, and we don't have any graphics, but we
You
do
have the
have
shirt.
I have a shirt on. You guys have heard about the Rasha Revolution. Mike
Rasha.
and I don't have any literature to read to you guys on the product yet. We don't have a commercial to play, but I will tell you this.
Give a testimonial.
Mike and I went out to LA for Knucklemania 4, and
Yeah.
they had this dome set up inside this room at the hotel, free for everybody that was there for BKFC. They wanted us to try it, right? Mike and I tried it. I got to tell you, I wasn't a believer at all. The lady that was talking to us before we tried it, right? I straight up told her, "What about the non-believers? Because I think it's all bullshit."
Yes. Yeah, we do. That's so funny.
I was very straight with her. I was like, "Listen, I'm not a very spiritual person. I don't believe in all this fucking mumbo jumbo." And she goes, "You are the best kind of person that we want to try this." So I gave it a shot. So Mike and I go in there. They say, "Picture whatever you wanna focus on. You want financial freedom, you want success for your family, you want, success for the show. Really open your mind, close your eyes." They put these blackout mask on your face. You get inside the dome. They put a heated blanket
Yeah,
on you.
grounded blanket.
Yeah, a grounded blanket, and you're on a zero gravity bed. So you feel like you're floating in this dome, and there's, like, cool lights, and, they put these headphones on you, and they play a series of tones, and
Yeah.
it's supposed to, like, separate your body from your mind and, like, open up your mind to things, and we only did 12
We
minutes.
can't tell you the technical makeup of this thing, but we will one
We
day when
will.
we get the
When we get
paperwork.
a when we get all
However,
when we
in
get all the
layman's
information.
terms,
But Mike and I go in there, and I'm over here, he's over there, and we do 12 minutes. At about the 11-minute mark, I was really starting to get into it. The tones were starting to change a little bit. I was, like, really starting to get really comfortable in there. Then it ends. So, I'm like, "Alright, that was kinda cool." I don't know if it did anything. That day, Mike and I had all kinds of awesome shit happen to
like
us, dude.
insane stuff. It was
It was
fun.
like it was like we made contacts with people that we've never talked to before, that were, like, up there. Mike's having a conversation with a couple people in the arena that night, and they turn out to be casino owners from
Oh
freaking
yeah. Yeah, they were like,
Edmonton,
"Come
Alberta.
over, we're gonna hook you up," all this stuff.
Yeah.
I
Um,
met people from, like I was talking. Everywhere I went, people were talking to us. Someone recognized us at the comedy store. They were like,
the
"Oh, I know you guys. You guys are Mike and Mish." It's like,
yeah,
I said, "Who the hell put you guys up to this?"
yeah, and what do you yeah, who sent you over here?
Somebody gave me free cake.
Yeah, it was just
We had a
like
happy birthday. Someone brought a cake to us. I was like, "What the hell? Is there weed in this?" It was crazy.
right. So I gotta
I thought
tell
they
you,
were trying to
dude.
poison me.
Yeah, if you know me and my energy, you will know that the Rasha really works. Big Ben tried it. He was out there. He tried
Yeah,
it. I gotta tell you, man,
I had a
I
great day. What a day that
it
was.
was a fucking great day. It was nothing but positivity. We made connections. We met new people. We
We ran into Nick Chapman and
we
his
ran.
buddies, and they were in the random bar that we went in, and he was like, "Hey, let's go to Venice Beach." And then we did Venice Beach, and that's where we're gonna have video stuff from.
That's right.
It's like
Oh my
just so
god.
random. We ran into Lorenzo Hunt there, and Nate from No Quarter Combatives came over with said hi, and then 10 minutes later he's coming back with a beers for us. We're like, what
Yeah.
is going on here? Like everywhere we
Yeah.
go, crazy shit's
Me and
happening.
Mike kept looking at each
We
other
went to
throughout
the
the.
bar for lunch, and there was 2 guys sitting there, and they were like,
Oh
just
yeah,
overheard us talking, and they were like,
dude.
"Hey, what do you guys know about bare knuckle?" And then we started talking, and they're like, "What?" I don't know. We just became
Who
friends.
was
It was
it
great.
that they knew? He was like, he's sitting there and he looks at
They
her
said he
and he.
loved Bryan Duran, and then
Oh,
we
that's right.
introduced him to Bryan Duran.
That's right. We're about to talk to his opponent. That's right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
correct.
dude.
Because he
And
was
Mike
there
and
too.
I, because we were non-believers at first, and like every time something cool would happen, we'd like look at each other and be like, "It's the fucking
It's the
Rasha,
Rasha. It's the
the
Rasha. We
Rasha."
did it.
Yeah. So hey, they're jumping on board as a sponsor. We're gonna get more information on it. We're gonna get smarter on it. We'll have some stuff to play for you guys, and you guys can check out the dome and all that stuff. But for now,
The
Mike,
Thunderdome.
why don't we talk to his opponent last night, Bryan Duran? He was dialed in. He's ready for this fight. He's 6-0. Our champion that we're about to bring on is 5-0, right? 5-0, 6-0, 5-0. They're both undefeated. They're unscathed in the BKFC world, and they're about to throw down June 21st. Why don't we go ahead and bring on the other half, the champion side of the main event, June 21st, BKFC 62.
You just did that yesterday too. You called it Knucklemania. You stuck
I
in
don't
the
know why.
past, baby.
I don't know why. Maybe it's because this card is Knucklemania worthy.
It's I
It's
am
fucking
looking
great.
forward to it, I think more than Knucklemania. I hate to say it, but I don't hate to say it. So
So let's
here we
go.
go.
Let's bring
Here
him
we
on.
go. Let's go. Kai Stewart up next. Hey, there he is. The
What's up,
champ is here.
The champ
King
is here.
Kai Stewart.
King Kai,
Hefty
baby.
bag outcast.
What
Kai.
is going on, Mr. Stewart? How are you?
I'm doing great. I've never been in a better headspace. I've never been in better physical condition. Never been as shredded. I am feeling fucking good to become king of the BKFC, baby.
How you getting so shredded? You on that bucked up supplement, or what are you doing?
Yeah, actually, officially, since you guys are sponsored by them,
boom.
Bucked Up. Shout out Bucked Up. They're officially a sponsor of mine. I've been an affiliate. I've been very friendly with Ryan since I met him down in Florida after I won my title, and now it's official. So
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Bryan,
that's pretty badass.
Fucked.
Were you always like a supplement guy? Have you always been, or not really?
I was actually I do like pre-workout, and I like the burn pre-workout. I don't know why I don't have it sitting next to me. At least I got the shaker bottle. But I worked at a TNT, Total Nutrition and Tanning place in town here, and that's kind of whenever I first got into Bucked Up. I like the deer logo. That's what I was drawn to. And then you fast forward, that was right before I got involved in bare knuckle. So it's like that was well before Bucked Up. So it's kind of life is full circle, just like, McGregor being one of our owners. Life has been so full circle for me. That's why I know that with my hard work and dedication that like June 21st is mine. That's my night,
Dude, we talked to your opponent last night, and we did talk about you guys' the heated interaction on Bryan's show, on Social Show, but he did give you your respect last night. He did say that you do present yourself well. You market yourself great. You do carry yourself well as a champion. I don't know if you heard that, because after Tuesday's interaction on Social Show, I thought he was going to just motherfuck you up and down. But he did give you some props there. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing right now, because when we started running into you at these events, we gave you props for that. We're like, dude, keep showing up at these fucking events. You're doing the right thing. We don't see a lot of fighters doing what you're doing besides Lorenzo Hunt and maybe a couple other, but a lot more are doing it now. But you were doing it, I think, before everybody else. Like you would just show up at freaking events and be like,
I'm all on my own dime. That's another thing people don't realize.
Smart move, dude.
All on my own dime, and it's because I knew that this was going to be the best opportunity of my life. Everybody said, "Go back to MMA. You're a wrestler. That's your passion. That's your route." And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm fucking good at this. I'm good at marketing. I found my route. We're here, and now we're taking it to the moon."
Yeah, and I gotta give you props on these fishing videos that you've been posting, dude. I fucking love them. They're cut up perfectly. Whoever's producing them is great. I don't know. You're doing them yourself. You're doing the transitions are good. They're very smooth, well made, quick videos. They're only like a minute and a half, 2 minutes long. And I personally am not a fisherman, right? So I don't know shit about fishing. I did fish when I was a kid, and a lot of it just had to do with me and my buddies hanging out at the Norwich Res, doing things that I can't talk about doing anymore because maybe I'm in the military for 23 years. So,
right.
It was
I was in an alternate universe.
I was in an alternate universe, and it wasn't about the fishing so much when we were hanging out. But can you tell me, dude, you had to catch your bait. You caught this pretty decent sized fish. What do you do? Chop it up and use chunks of it?
So what I do is I fillet it, and then I cut that fillet into fish shape pieces of fish meat, and it saves me money. I that lure that I use, I don't have to buy worms, don't have to, because those fish will bite like that on a worm. But it's like I go out there with my little shiny lure, the Cast Master. I cast it out there, first cast. And I was able to cut it up and get that beautiful catfish. Once I'm done with this fight, I get to eat fried catfish, and I can't wait. I love some Montana, Missouri River catfish.
Do you do noodling?
Oh, I want to try, and the Reddit guy, that psycho, is trying to go with me. And like I'm like,
Gator,
you can stick your hand in the hole first. I'll pull the fish up, but you can touch the snakes and the turtles, and yeah. Fuck that. But I am down. I'm a thrill junkie. So I do think that especially because I love catfish so much. I love fishing for them. I think that it's just a matter of time before I get in there, you know?
You
Yeah,
know, I've
there's
heard people say that like catfish are bottom feeders, and like I had an army buddy who like wouldn't eat catfish, he wouldn't eat lobster, and he wouldn't eat like and like all stuff that's like awesome shit, right? And he'd be like, dude, lobster and crab, they fucking eat dead shit off the fucking floor of the ocean. They're fucking bottom feeders. They don't even work for their food. They're a bunch of fucking they're like homeless people just
he's
eating
judging
trash.
their character.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
could judge the
yeah,
character of the
yeah.
fucking cow that you
Yeah,
eat that
and
shits everywhere.
I'm
Who
like,
cares?
"Oh." I gotta tell you, that thought never crossed my mind once when I was eating lobster or a fucking catfish, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, and I like all summer long, once I win this belt and I have my, since they won't give me a fight within 6 months, I'll have 4 months to, go fishing every single day. So you guys are gonna have a lot more fishing content on your hands. I just got to get through this fight, get through I really just got to get through the weight cut, and the rest is gonna be history. So I'm
We
confident.
gotta go fucking fishing.
I make it to Montana. I got you. We're gonna go fishing. We can do it. If you guys want to visit Montana, it's all balls in your court. We can go fishing if you want to go fishing.
Listen, I've never catfished before, but I may have been catfished. Have you ever been catfished, Kai?
I mean, I think we're all getting catfished by all of Duran's fucking private accounts. That's him fucking. He's controlling those private accounts. It's like he's catfishing everybody. Other than that, no, I don't have a reason to be catfished. I ain't that naive and dumb.
Let's transition right into that then, man. The heat between you and him.
Yeah.
How bad do you hate Bryan? Do you hate Bryan Duran or you just dislike him? Like, what is the level of disdain between you and Bryan Duran?
I don't
heading into this fight?
dislike him. I don't hate him. I don't like the way he carries himself to be a champion. We're fighters. We're not the best human beings on planet Earth, but some of the ways that he decides to carry himself, and his past creeps up on him. And it's just, that's what I don't like. And that's what I'm going to stop from being a BKFC world champion, because I am the absolute best representation of a BKFC world champion. And I'm the guy that's going to make Connor happy. I'm the guy that's going to keep making David Feldman happy. And it's absolutely no hate, and everybody to each their own. Live your life the way that you want to live, but don't try to disrespect my BKFC belt, and act that way. So that's really all it is. And, his temper, I made Rusty Crowder flip at weigh-ins. I made Louis Lopez flip he flipped off camera too, I'm sure. I made Howard Davis flip in our interviews. And now I am so deep inside Bryan Duran's head, and all these little compliments that he's giving me is him backstepping. And I've said from the start, it's just like in wrestling. If somebody's done something that I haven't done, I can't talk shit about them. He's 6-0 with 6 finishes. I will say, look at the record, look at the resume. But other than that, it's like I gave my flowers at the start. He's backstepping, and it's because he bit off more than he can chew, and that's exactly what you're seeing right now.
Jeez. Man, so I thought that you guys had more of a beef going on, so you just don't like the way he carries himself.
Yeah,
that's what the main focus is for you.
Yeah, because talking about killing somebody, there's kids watching. We don't need to be telling each other we're going to be killing each other, because death is permanent, death is real, and we're fighters, we're professionals, we get paid to do this, and he doesn't need to come in there with all that street shit. He says I'm a sore loser, and he's gonna catch me, he's gonna fade me in the street. It's like, dude, if we were in the street, I'd choke you unconscious. So it's like, bro, chill out, be a professional, come fight me on fight night, get your ass kicked, and leave with a smile. I don't need to be watching my back at my fucking after party, okay? Come on.
With that said, are you going to bring security guards with you to Miami?
I'm making we're messaging Bare Knuckle about it, because Bryan made threats publicly. He made public threats, and at that point, it's like if something happens, Bare Knuckle knew about it. So it's like it's Bare Knuckle's job to protect me, and I'm really not worried about it. I do like my girlfriend. I want my girlfriend to be safe. That's the biggest thing. And we don't always have to be watching our back. And Miami is a lot of rumors about Miami. Like, I don't know how crazy these guys actually are. I know Bryan Duran himself ain't gonna do fucking shit. His close, tight little circle ain't gonna do shit. So that's why I'm not too worried about it. But who knows? There could be a psycho fan out there, and there's people that aren't afraid, not afraid.
Yeah.
So,
there'll be a lot of fans. That's for
this
sure.
is a opportunity for him to become a world champion, though, and I think he knows that, and I think he's smart enough to know that. And if he, is the man, like the guys around him are going to listen to him, and if he tells them, "Do not fuck this opportunity up for me," I don't, I think you guys are doing a great job selling the fight, both of you. And the things that he's saying are definitely getting people super fucking interested. Like, especially after the show the other day you guys did. If anybody wasn't interested in the fight before that, they were after that. You know what I'm saying? So you and him are saying a lot of things, but I think you both understand that there is a title fight that needs to be fought. And if you guys ran into each other in the hotel lobby before the fucking weigh-ins, I don't think he would allow something to happen to jeopardize that fight from going down.
I think it's the crazy other people, people that honestly just have no business being around the sport. Other than that, no, absolutely. I'm not panicky about it. I do hope Bare Knuckle has some shit in order to protect the fighters, because I'm there to put on a show. I'm going to put a smile on my face. My mustache is going to be done up perfectly, and all that's left to do now is fight. Like I've said what I needed to say. I've been very cruise control. I've been level-headed. You've heard him go psycho. You've seen him be nice. He's going through a roller coaster right now, and I'm in cruise control, baby. And I'm a dangerous person whenever I'm calm. I'm a dangerous person whenever I have a smile on my face. And so, win, lose, or draw, I'm going to leave there with a smile on my face, because my danger never leaves. I'm going to be. I'm so proud of the camp that I've put in, that nothing's gonna make me upset. Like I'm doing good right now. Life is good.
Are you bringing like new people in as you progress in your BKFC career, and now you're going into your 6th fight and you haven't lost one yet, but you are getting better as you go on. You keep getting better. You already have the belt. This will be your 2nd title defense, right? This will be the 2nd defense. Are you bringing in new people? Like every time you finish one fight, you find ways to try to get a little bit better? Are you bringing new people in, or is it just the team that you're with that are making the tweaks?
Yeah, I got my game plan esque. I'm good for any game plans A through Z. But our main game plan, our main focus came from my head coach. And then I went to Spokane and trained for 3 weeks with Coach Dylan Lemery, DL Training Systems. He's the top strength and conditioning coach in the world. He doesn't have that title yet, like officially. I don't even know if there is officially, but he's got Olympians, Stevan Micic, and a heavyweight from Africa. I can't pronounce his name, which is why I can't remember his name. But he also has Brady Heaston. He has myself, Melissa Amaya. She has Mike Chiesa. The list will go on. But I went over there on a whim because I needed practice partners. Brady Heaston was going against Garrett Armfield in the UFC, and Garrett is he's boxing-esque, like he throws a lot of hands. So we were the perfect training partners. He actually fights this Saturday. And I also have a nutritionist. Like I have LTC Nutrition, is my guy Luigi out of Canada. This is the first time I've actually had a team. I have a team of everything that I need. I have 2 managers. I have nutritionist, strength and condo. I have my inner circle. I have my girlfriend, as always. Like everything is great, and it's all about getting growth. And if I'm not evolving, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. I like the same me could come out that fought against Howard, and Bryan Rand might be able to beat me because he has a film on how I beat Howard. So I have to evolve. I have to get better. I worked with a boxing coach, amateur boxing coach, actually, because my boxing needed work. And he, Coral Devereaux, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, with Eagle Stone Boxing out of Spokane is where I was training. And we're looking good. We're in a good spot. My team's happy. I'm happy, and we're ready to go party in Florida for a week.
You know, you just said a lot of things, and like one of the things was you mentioned Michael Chiesa, and he's training for Tony Ferguson right now, so that's cool that you got a little time with him. Um, of all the things, when you were coming up, you probably didn't have a nutritionist, right? Isn't having a nutritionist like got to be the fucking best thing ever? You don't have to worry about your food ever. You just know that what you are going to put into your body is good, clean food. It's not going to fucking fatten you up at all. The the macros are counted for and all that
Yeah.
shit, and you don't have to think about any of that. That is such a fucking hard thing to do on your own. That's what a lot of people in fitness, like people try, everyday Joes like us, we try to go into the gym and stay in shape, but we eat like fucking assholes. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
To have a nutritionist, like, that must be fucking awesome, right?
Game changer, and I love this guy. This is the first this is the first like actual water load I'm doing. This is the first we're gonna get rid of my fiber. He's doing it all for me, and all I gotta do is put a smile on my face and work hard.
And consume, right? And that's all you gotta
Yeah.
do. You just gotta consume. That's it.
And like I'm well ahead of my weight cut schedule right now. I'm actually 5 pounds lighter, 4 pounds lighter right now than what he wanted me to leave Montana at. So I don't want to jinx myself, I don't want to jinx kidney failure, but everything's going really, really good. And I don't want, and the wheels keep turning until my hand gets raised.
When are you going? When are you flying out?
Flying in Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you look
they
and
wanted
sound
me
good
in
right
there
now, so it
Wednesday.
doesn't seem like you'll be in bad shape by then. I hope not, like
No.
you seem really fine. You seem great. You seem like you're in great shape right now.
I have a lot of color in my face too.
Yeah.
Usually I start turning white.
Not like me.
I said, guys, like,
look at this face. Look how white this face is. I haven't seen the sun for like 7 months. Yeah.
Like that's just kind of why I have surrendered outcomes. I'm just going in there to have fun and compete and be grateful for the opportunity, because this is one hell of an opportunity. And I've always been about rising to the occasion. I've won big matches that I'm not supposed to win in wrestling. And then you fast forward, people doubted me for Rusty. People doubted me for Louis. People doubted me for HD. It's like I rise to the occasion. It's no longer going to be the occasion. It's going to be my occasion, because whenever I fight, I'm going to be the king of BKFC. And I truly believe I'm going to be the king of the BKFC. All the greats, because, I have all the hats off respect to them. Lorenzo, he lost. Palomino, he lost. I am young. I have the PR. I'm doing everything right. All I got to do is keep winning, baby.
Can we see that shirt? Can you stand up and show us the whole shirt? I want to see that shirt.
Is that?
I like that. That is a very cool shirt. That's nice.
Everybody likes
that
the
is
little
nice.
Kai.
Yeah.
Everybody likes the little Kai. And I'm like, so at first he made it all buff and huge. I'm like, bro, I'm skinny. I do not have biceps and traps like that. Like, I'm skinny.
Yeah.
So yeah. Speaking of that, it's support your local fighter. On Instagram, he's doing all my website stuff for me now. It's brand new, literally dropped the link yesterday. And that's another thing. I don't have to worry about shirt sales now. Like, I am literally just Bryan, I am the hunter. I am not the hunted. Let's get that perfectly clear. You guys don't even have to ask me that question. I'm just making it clear. I know what it feels like to sell a lot of tickets, because I can't say my dollar amount because it is less than Bryan's, because Montana ticket prices are half price. But pound for pound, I know I'm the best ticket seller, and that shit's exhausting. That shit puts pressure on you. I'm going down there, no ticket. Like, I have ticket sales with all my closest team. All my sponsors are going to be front row. They bought those beautiful $600 tickets. And I'm going down there just to compete. I don't have any other obligation other than sell this fight and compete.
The great thing about it too is you're headlining a card that has 2 other title fights on it. There's a lot of great fights on that card, right?
Yeah.
But this is like a true homegrown bare knuckle fighters card. And that's why, like, I was just saying, like, I love Knucklemania 4 and I loved LA. You were there. You felt the energy. The place was awesome, right? But for me, this is the card. This is it. This is really, really like just a huge card for BKFC.
Yeah,
It's
this gets our homegrown guys over the hump, and I personally believe Conor McGregor is going to be in attendance, and I'm about to win my world title in front of my idol, and I'm grateful. This is like I get goosebumps thinking about it. It's business as usual. We got to act like we've been there, but don't get it twisted. I'm happy and I'm grateful for this opportunity. And
yeah,
incredible, man. It is an incredible opportunity, and like you had just spoken about, you are fighting outside of your home state. This is the second fight in a row outside of your home state. As weird as it sounds, because of all the things you just said, you don't have to focus on the ticket selling tickets and all that stuff. Is it kind of nice to not be fighting at home? Like for the first 3 fights of your career, right? First 3 fights of your career were at home.
yeah,
And everybody was like, have him fight outside of Montana. When's he going to fight outside of Montana? You went and fought outside of Montana. You won. And now you're heading into Miami, enemy territory again. Actually, the other one was in neutral territory. Salt Lake City was neutral territory. UNHD.
it's pretty neutral. And a lot of the crowd was on their side. I heard it. The crowd was on his side, but I definitely won him over. I could hear the chants start coming once I was landing those combos in the later rounds. But yeah, it's very nice not being at home. I love being at home, and I also double my money whenever I'm at home. So I would love to come back home, bare knuckle. Let's run an event in Great Falls. I'll double my ticket sales. But it is nice.
It is a little weight off your shoulders, right?
And we're not fighting at elevation. Like that's nice in itself. Like I'm in a good spot. Like I didn't say a name because David Feldman said Rivera in Albuquerque said the fight doesn't make sense. Blah blah blah. Rivera's a bitch. And then he said, "Who do you want to fight?" And I
don't think he said Rivera's a bitch, right?
he did.
No,
No, he
that-
did
no.
say he said
That's why
that,
I
right?
added the blah
That's
blah
true.
blah, and then I added. I But
Feldman
just so you
didn't
guys-
say that.
Yeah, Feldman did not say that. I should have definitely said, just kidding. He didn't say that. But I said,
People be pulling this, quoting it. You'll be on shorts everywhere. Feldman
But-
said Jimmy Rivera's a bitch.
oh my God, no.
Clarify.
But no, he said, who do you want to fight and where? And I said, I don't care who. Give me somebody in their hometown and let me fight in enemy territory and just let me earn it. That was what I ended the conversation with, is let me earn it. I'm going to earn it. And a week later, we were signed against Duran in Hollywood, which I cannot wait till he's like, I'm king of Miami. I'm king of Miami. I was like, we're in Hollywood, bitch. Miami's 45 minutes that way. Okay.
You should have Rick Ross rap you out to the Rick Ross.
Let me just call him up.
True. Right.
Let me just call
That's
up
your
Rick
boy.
Ross.
That's
Party,
your boy.
right?
Yeah, you went to his party, so you're best friends now.
We're
Hit up Rick
basically
Ross.
best friends.
Yeah. Tell him I need you to do me a favor. I'm going into enemy territory. I need somebody on my side. Come on, rap all the way out to the ring and be fucking.
That would be so much fun. Oh,
Yeah.
that would be so much fun.
Hey, Kai, you sound extremely dialed in. Like we see what you're doing, what you're training, and you just spoke on like all the changes that you're making. You're super young in the sport, but you're progressing. I think you're ready. I think he's ready. He's coming for your, like, he wants to kill you. You want to beat him. It's there's different approaches to this.
Him. I don't even like it. As long as I achieve my goal of breaking this dude, it doesn't matter. Like, the win's gonna come. He's going to be broken, because I mean he was half broken fucking in the second round against Louis. So give me a break. If you're a wrestler, did either of you two wrestle?
I wrestled, yeah.
Yeah, so you know the feeling of literally breaking another human being, and
Yeah.
you also know the feeling of
Getting broken. Yeah, being broken.
Oh,
I've told people this, like, when I first started wrestling in high school, I didn't join to my sophomore year, and like I joined last minute. I literally joined like the coach, Carl Snicken, God rest his soul, great dude. I went to him on a Monday and was like, "Hey, I need to join a sport, or my dad's gonna kill me. Can I? Is there any room on the team for me?" And he was like, "You could join." You be on the JV team right off the rip, and we have a meet Saturday against St. Bernard's. And I'm like, I've never wrestled a fucking day in my life. I've like rumbled with my friends and shit, but like I went to practice all week. I went to the meet on Saturday, and I got fucking smoked in 2 straight matches. And I fucking remember that feeling for the rest of my life. It was the worst fucking feeling I had ever felt in my life up until that point. And I was like, I am never fucking gonna feel this shit again. Never.
Exactly. And Rusty Crowder felt it. Louis felt it. HD definitely felt it. And Bryan Duran is just my next victim that I get to break to, I guess, ease my sick, demented wrestling brain, because nothing feels better than breaking another human being. It's just watching it. It's just great. I can't wait. I get goosebumps thinking about breaking him. Oh, it's great.
Well, dude, we can't keep you all night. I wish we could keep talking. We got to let you go. Final words from the champ before we let you go, and go ahead, man. Have the floor.
As long as people can see that, am I in?
There you are.
We're in.
All those sponsors.
Look at you, man. Dude Wipes, and you got some big sponsors now. This is kind of cool.
The Dude Wipe commercials are fucking mint. Those are better than my fishing videos. Oh my god, I'm getting all these I feel bad because they're all bleeding. They're just bleeding everywhere. And I'm like, here, take a dude, let me film you. And it's fuck, but it's classic.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's a good sponsor for sure.
But yeah, guys, all those sponsors on the back are gonna be announcing them all fucking next week. We're gonna have a great time. Shout out KO Reps, Oren and Jordan. Both of those are my managers, and they're just next level. And we're taking this to I'm going to be BKFC superstar, and that's just fact of the matter. I debuted pro for BKFC, and I'm definition homegrown, man. I'm definition of it, and I'm making the company look good, and I have a beautiful fucking mustache. Come on, give me a break. So anyway, that's all I got then.
Oozing machismo.
Oozing machismo. Yeah. Hey man, you got the gold around your waist. What's that?
That's why I was a little bit late. Fino. They are from Silverleaf. Silverleaf is on the back. We got my edibles. No smoking, nothing for the lungs during fight camp, obviously. But yeah, these Fino THC infused fast acting gummies.
There you go.
Only in Great Falls.
Kai, you just brought illegal contraband into the barracks. It's a federal offense, my friend.
There you go.
Let's go, baby.
Kai, thank you so much for giving us some of your time tonight. I'm glad you made it on, and best of luck. June 21st, Hollywood, Florida, Hard Rock, inside the Giant Guitar, in one of the best venues to go fight at. We love the fights down there in Hollywood, and unfortunately, Mike and I will not be down there because we're both doing stuff with the military during that time. So we wish you good luck. We wish we could be there, but we will be watching. Mike, do you got anything else for Kai?
Kai, thanks for coming on. It's always a great time talking to you, and I'm sure we will run into you at another event very soon.
Very soon.
I don't even know. How did that even happen with the fireworks? It's just the way that we click. I don't know, but it happened. So I think that's a perfect sign for us to say, see you later. Good luck. Yeah. Can't wait till the event.
That's a sign. I'm about to win this bitch. See you guys.
When we come back, El Jefe. Sorry, I'm looking for the damn video. You see, I'm trying to just kill some time right here while I say El Jefe.
Draw it out,
baby. Here we go.
BKFC, Knucklemania taking over LA. Let's go!
Here it is. Luis
Here we go.
Villaseñor finally on the show. My man, that video
All
right
right.
there, we played that one because that was the first time the BKFC went to California. It was in LA, but you
That's right.
will be stepping back in there, towing the line once again in the state of California. Welcome to the show. How are you doing, my friend?
Hey, I'm doing great. And first of all, I just wanted to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me on the show. It's an honor. And of course, thank you guys for your service. As you guys know, I did a little time in the military myself. So thank you guys for your service, for having me.
Absolutely, man, and thank you for your service as well. I did not know until today. This man right here, guys, is a 20-year veteran in the United States Navy. So thank you for your service. That is awesome. We actually work about 3-4 miles away from the Groton, New London sub base, which is
awesome.
A huge Navy base with the submarines and everything.
That's
right
right
down the road from us. So we're familiar with the Navy. So hey, man. You're back. It's been a long time since you've been in the BKFC squared circle. We got to talk about this. But before we do that, I want to introduce you to those who might not know too much about you. You have quite a backstory. So go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll follow up with some questions.
Yeah, sounds good. Hey, so I was born and raised in Mexico. We were, poor, super poor. I'm talking about, hungry. Not like there's no cereal. I'm talking about there's nothing in the fridge to eat, right? So I grew up hungry, man. I grew up in Mexico hungry. My mom came over to the States looking for a better way, looking for that American dream. So, she had to leave me down there. I kind of bounced around a little bit. Me and my sister did, uncles and grandparents and stuff down in Mexico. Finally came over to the States around 12, 13 years old. And, we did it legally, I guess, which took a long time. Not like nowadays we can just come across the border, but I won't get into that. So yeah, we made it to the States. My mom was a single mom working a couple of jobs, and I was, out on the streets. What else could I do? I was in a bad neighborhood. I got jumped into a gang, started gang banging, carrying a gun in school, right? I couldn't go outside without getting into a fight. So it was all bad, man, all bad through high school. My mom found that gun on me. She sent me over to my dad's, who I didn't really know. So now I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, for my senior year in high school. And, I'm there with my brother. He's a senior in high school as well. So we kind of just get into the same stuff. Me and him were just out doing crazy stuff. And that's what it was through high school. And then one day a Navy recruiter jumped into my class and kind of just said, hey, look, I can take you out of the neighborhood. I can take you out, give you a job, and give you something to do with your life. And at that point, I was almost 18, and I really wanted to change. I wanted to do something better. I knew I'd end up in dead or in jail, so it was time to make a change, and I went for it. Now I'm going to tell you guys the truth, right? I knew nothing about the military, joining the military, nothing. I was Mexican. I barely had learned how to speak English, right? So I know nothing. I don't have grandparents or uncles or a dad that had served in the military. I'm fucking Mexican, dude, like literal Mexican, barely speaking English, So I joined the military, and, I made a career out of it, 20 years. I loved it. It changed my life forever. And I'm not going to say I wasn't ready for it. I was super young, and, I'm 19 years old. I'm on deployment, and I'm out in Thailand and Bali and Bahrain and all these places, and I'm partying it up. So 6 deployments with the military, had a great time. I loved my time in the military. And then when I retired, fighting was something that was always in my blood. Always wanted to fight. I did a little bit as a kid in Mexico, but I could never take it to the next level. It just wasn't in the cards for me, right? So retired, opened up a gym. I took that first BKFC fight. Boom, we took the first fight. Leo Bercier, guy had over 60 professional fights. We went out there, did our thing, and it was a great experience. But I had just opened up my gym, so kind of took the last 2.5 years and just kind of got settled into head coach, gym owner. We now have our own amateurs. We got undefeated amateurs at the gym, a bunch of great guys. So, and that's where I'm at now. That's the story.
Listen, man, there's a lot to
There's a lot there to unpack. Yeah.
A lot there. Let me tell you something. First of all, we're going to go back, but I will commend you for joining the military, because I wasn't in any kind of situation that you were in as far as like gang banging or carrying guns in schools or anything like that. But I was a shithead. I will say that. And at 19 years old, my old man was like, "Hey, pick a service, or, or get the fuck
Yeah.
out." Is basically what it came down to. And I went to a army recruiter because my brother was in the army and he was a airborne air assault ranger. He was a sniper and like a real badass.
Oh, that's
And I
awesome.
I go to the recruiter and I go there with my buddy who was also a fucking shithead in the city of Norwich. Me and him got in a lot of trouble together, and me and him went to the recruiters together. I joined. He didn't. I love this. He's still a good friend of mine, but he ended up doing some time in prison. He went down a bad road in his life. I went to the military like you did. I
Yep.
met my wife. I deployed 3 times. I have done 23 years. I have a retirement. My kids are going to college for free. I make good money. I got a nice home. My cars are paid for. I owe everything I have in my life to joining the military, and I would never take that back. And when I hear your story, I kind of feel like you feel the same way, right? It
Oh,
gave you
exactly.
every opportunity you have. I mean, had to come from that, right?
All the doors that opened up, everything that's happened, from that moment on, it totally changed my life, man. Like I said, I would have been in jail or dead, the way I was going. And funny story, when I went through boot camp and then I went through A school to be a helicopter mechanic, right? So right after A school, they let us come home on leave for Christmas. By the time I got home, which was only like 5 or 6 months I've been gone, my best friend, the dude I rode around Phoenix, in a Regal with a shotgun in the car, every night, the dude I did all the dirt with, he had got caught up holding up a liquor store with an AK. So, that dude that I would have been there with him because that
Right.
was my, I would have been there. That there's no questions. I would have been there with him, So I go through boot camp, I go through A school, and my best fucking buddy, he's now in prison, and that kind of opened up my eyes even a little wider as to what I had just done by joining the military and what a good thing it was.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't agree more. It's super helpful. And I always tell people that come in my unit, right? They bring high school students into all the time into our unit to get a tour because they don't know what they want to do with their life. They're getting out of high school. College has been fed to them. Not that college is bad. It's good for some people, some people that is the route that they need to go, but they come in there and I start going off and tell them all the stuff that Kyle just said, stuff that you just said. And I tell them that, and I look right at them and say, listen, I don't get anything from you guys joining. So it's not going to help me one fucking bit if you join the military. It might help this recruiter that's standing next to you, but he doesn't give me a cut. I promise you. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. Like, this is the real deal. You come in here, you make it what you want to make it. If you want to come in here and fuck around, well, then you're going to get fucked around. You know what I mean? Like, you can get out, you could do your 4 years, but if you come in and you do what you want to do and you fucking set your sights on a goal, that's what you're going to get. And listen, some people join and they're happy, and we have people in my platoon that were going to leave and they stayed and they're happy they stayed and they have a good life. And so I tell people all the time, like, when I originally joined, I told my brother, he joined before me and his recruiter was in our house, and the recruiter tried to talk to me, and I totally was like, dude, just fucking save your breath because I'm never joining the military. Like, get the hell out of here. And I thought I had it good. I thought I had it made. I was living, I had it. I was working in a restaurant as a manager, and like that shit fell through like a few months later. And I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And here I am with my tail between my legs. Like, hey, you get that recruiter's number? I need a career, So
for people that don't know, the military is wild, man. Because you get the kids that come in and they're like, oh, fuck this, I'm not going to do this. Do their little time, get kicked out or get out, and then you got guys that got a little experience, it's good or bad experience. And they're like, holy shit, this is easy, man. I went through boot camp and the dude's like, push-ups. Okay, shit, man. I mean, all that stuff was easy. It came easy to me because I had lived hard. I had seen some shit by the time I was 18, man. So, some push-ups and some workouts and stuff. I was like, yeah, whatever, And then you get out to your actual job, you're out in the field. I did 6 deployments. I was on the first carrier to deploy after 9/11, right? So that was like my second deployment. But you get out there and you're doing the job, and somebody like me, it's like, dude, I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid to work on helicopters and fucking travel the world. Most of my family's watching right now, probably on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, right? But I'll tell you what, most of my family has not seen what I've seen, and that was all thanks to the military. I mean, I've been around the world 6 times. Most of my family, hasn't gotten out of Mexico or the States. I've seen places that, most people will never see. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful, I'm thankful for where I'm at, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the military. And that's what I tell kids.
Incredible, man.
One of the things I love the most about having and owning my own gym is the kids I get to work around with, when they ask me about my service, and I'm honest and I tell them, look, it's not for everybody, but what are you going to do when you graduate high school? Are you going to go fucking work at Subway? Do your parents really have money for you to go to college? And I always tell them the military is it's a great opportunity. You can do whatever you want with it. You can take it as far as you want. So yeah, I love it.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
You know what? My wife and I, like I said, we met in the military. We've both deployed 3 times, and the awesome thing, and like we'll talk about some other stuff because now we're like kind of recruiting, maybe.
Yeah, we are.
but
hey, I was a recruiter for 3 years too.
Oh, nice. But dude, like me and
He's
her,
getting a cut, guys. He's getting a cut.
So me and her had been putting money aside for our kids' college, right?
Yeah.
We're doing it because we want to give them an opportunity to go to college, and if they want to go to college, we're going to pay for it. But then, the post 9/11 GI Bill becomes a thing, and now we can sign our college benefits over to our kids. So Amy and our 2 kids are going to go to college for free.
Yeah,
So all that money that we put aside for them, we use that for life experiences with them. We're going to Japan in 2 weeks. We're going to Okinawa for 2 weeks, and because my son's been doing Shorin-ryu karate since he was 5 years old. He does Shorin-ryu karate and he does jujitsu, and he wants to test for his black belt in Okinawa at like the temple. So he's going there in 2 weeks, and the military has afforded us that opportunity because we don't have to pay for their fucking college anymore. So we can afford to fucking fly to goddamn Japan. So my son can train for 7 days in Okinawa in the hot sun and fucking get his black belt over there and get his name in like a scroll. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
This shit is wild. I always think back and then like some of the new recruits that are coming into the Army, like they bother me because like today I was working, and as I was working as a master sergeant, I'm like getting my hands dirty and I'm doing things right in front of like 7 soldiers that don't work for me, and I have no right to say anything to them because they're not in my chain of command. They kind of. I'm not in their company anymore. This is my Monday to Friday job, but I am in uniform. But they're doing something different. But those 7 soldiers sat over there and didn't fucking get up and ask me if I needed help or anything like that. And it's like, that's not how we were raised, right?
No.
That's not how we were raised. If you saw a fucking 20-something year veteran E8 over there getting his fucking hands dirty and doing work,
better get up.
We would stand up and walk over there and be like, Master Sergeant, let me get that for you. Or do you need any help? Not one.
I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't even know how to act right now because, I keep hearing stories. I'm here in San Diego. I got buddies that are still in, now they've been in 25, 26 years or whatever, I wouldn't even know how to act because I was hard, man. I was work hard, play hard, and when it came time to work, we fucking worked. We busted our asses. And then when it was time to, slack off, then we did. But I was work hard, play hard, man. And I would not know how to deal with some of these kids coming in, like, hey, go take care of this shit. Why? Because I fucking told you to. That's why. Get the fuck out there, I don't know. I wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't. I mean, you wouldn't believe it, dude. The audacity, right, Mike? The audacity.
And I say the audacity. The audacity that you.
Dude, when I came in, it's like, hey, go do this. Copy. Boom. There you go. I went and did it. It wasn't why or ask or it wasn't my place. I just fucking did what they told me. That's how it works.
Yeah, it's not like that, and we have some problems. But hey, man, so you did 20 years in the Navy.
Yeah.
You moved at 12 years old. You moved to the United States. At 19 years old, you're joining the military.
18. I joined. So I graduated May 28th. I was in boot camp June 3rd. I had just turned 18 3 days. May 31st, I turned 18. So right at 18, I was out.
So at 38, do you retire?
Yep, 38 years old, I retired. I decided I wasn't going to put in one more day. I wanted to be able to do other things, you know, and after 20 years, you get that nice paycheck. So boom.
Let me ask you this. Were you training to be a fighter while you were in the Navy for those 20 years? Did you train? Were you boxing? Were you doing jiu-jitsu?
I was the guy on deployment. I was the guy that always had the gloves. I always had the headgear. And, you know, every time we went anywhere, dude, I would start, you know, bringing in people together to box, bringing in people together, you know. I would start with 1 or 2 people every deployment. By the end of the deployment, it was 5, 6, 7, 8 of us boxing. So boxing got me through deployments. Boxing kept me sane. You know, it was always a part of my life. Dude, my kids, I got 3 wonderful kids. They all grew up fighting. My son, he was my corner for my last fight. You know, he grew up doing jiu-jitsu, all that stuff. You know, he's got 1 MMA fight and 1 Muay Thai fight now. He's 21. So, you know, my oldest was in kickboxing. My youngest right now is kind of in and out of boxing. She's not super interested, but yeah, fighting has been a part of it since the beginning.
Did you have someone teaching you, or were you already trained?
I already knew a lot about it from being a kid in Mexico, but I had a buddy that was a Golden Gloves champion. We're on deployment, on my first deployment, and that's where I picked up a lot of good stuff. You know, we did, I mean, we're just training. We're on deployment. You got a whole lot of time, so that's what we did.
Yeah, Mike and I actually met on a deployment in 2012, 13, actually during the pre-mob, and then we mobed together. And then during the deployment, we learned that we are both like obsessed with combat sports. And then flash forward 7 or 8 years later when COVID hit, and I was bored out of my mind. And my wife was like, why don't you just start a podcast? And all you do is talk about fighting anyway. Just do it on a microphone. So I started it, and then like 15, 16 episodes in, Mike jumped on with me, and it's been off to the races ever since. But yeah, that is what I will tell you, man. You just hit the nail right on the head. Deployments are incredible. You are, yes, you're busy, and yes, you have a job, and you have a task at hand, and you have fucking shit that you have to do when you're on. But you do have a lot of downtime. And in that downtime is when you make your fucking decision on what you want to do with yourself. There are gyms available. There are things to do. You can like, depending on the base that you're on or the boat that you're on, there's things that you can get into. And like, it sounded like you, like me, I indulged in the gym. Just like I was in the gym lifting weights, powerlifting and stuff. I got really into that all 3 deployments. Other guys pick up fucking hobbies, dude. One of the bases have like a fucking like a wood shop. You can go learn how to fucking do wood shop and stuff like that. So yeah, and there's usually, like you said, there's usually like a jiu-jitsu club and a boxing club.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, you got the Marines on board. They're doing their thing. You know, we're all doing our own thing. And for me, it was always just boxing. Yep.
Yeah, I love deployments. And earlier in the comment section, actually, my sister's watching right now, and she said something along the lines of that I think it makes a big difference when you've been deployed while you're in the military. That does change the soldier, I believe. Or
it's ups and downs, and you get to really know yourself. You get to know what you're made of out in deployment. Right? It's something else. Not everybody gets to experience it, but it's definitely something else.
All right. So you started boxing. You learned about boxing when you were young in Mexico. You come here, you joined the military. You're learning with your buddy who was a Gold Glove boxer. Had you had any fights at all?
No.
None.
No.
Wow. So you retire at 38 years old. You decide to open yourself a gym. Couple months.
Let me tell you. Give me a second to tell you about the gym. So I
I was just gonna. I don't know if you guys heard that, but they just played the retreat. You know,
Did they?
because I'm on base right now, and all of a sudden I heard.
Oh no.
It was just going on, and it was
Bring
just
back
loud enough,
memories.
and I was hoping it was gonna come
Yeah.
through, but I tried to like hold it up, but no one said anything. But yep, just
Yeah.
played. Anyways, yeah.
So I was gonna take an amateur MMA fight. Me and my son were training for that. He was like 18 at that point, but like I said, he did jiu-jitsu. He's been boxing with me, all kinds of stuff. So we're working. We're gonna take an MMA fight because I'm gonna fight. I was gonna fight regardless. You know, fighting is in my DNA. I think it's in all our DNA. But yeah, I was gonna fight. I was gonna take an MMA fight. The Saturday that COVID happened, when everything shut down, was a date for the fight. So we had made weight, we had signed contracts, everything was done, and then boom, COVID happens. No more MMA fight, right? Everything shuts down. I keep doing my thing at home. We built a gym in the garage, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go fight for fucking BKFC. I think I saw the second or third BKFC. I don't know where I saw it. I'm gonna go fight for them. So we started working the boxing more, boxing. The gyms, boxing gyms started to open up where I'm at, and I joined a boxing gym. You know, and you know, I'm not gonna say any names or nothing. I didn't like it. You know, joining a boxing gym can be pretty scary. You know, you don't know anybody. You know, stuff like that. And you know, I'm the new guy, and I'm like, hey, look, I'm gonna go fight for fucking BKFC, dude. You know, can you guys help me out? Nobody even looked my way. You know, oh, this guy's fucking crazy. He's fucking old, and you know, whatever. And that's how the gym came about. You know, I wanted to open up a place where anybody could walk in and feel safe, whether you were, you know, 8 years old or fucking 45 years old. You know, I wanted to make a place where people can come and learn, and we, you know, give them our best. So and then I took the BKFC fight, and here we are. But yeah, that's how the gym started.
Wow. That's and now here you are. You're a couple. When was that, Louis? When was the Leo fight? That was a couple years ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah, two and a half years ago, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
2.5.
BKFC, the first Montana fight.
Yeah,
Hey, and let me tell you something about this Montana guys. Man, those guys are awesome. I got to meet all the Montana guys. Sawyer, Kai was there. You know, all these guys were there, man. Those Montana guys are awesome, man. I wanted to move to Montana after that fight. Me and my son were like, man, this place is cool. Those guys are awesome.
Kyle, did you ask when it was? October 9th, 2021?
Is that when it was?
Yeah,
October
it's been a while.
That was the Joe Riggs and who? Melvin Gillard or something?
Melvin Gillard, yep.
Yeah.
Crystal Pittman fought.
Oh,
yeah,
who'd she fight? Jad Masan Wong? Was that one?
No, that was the second one. Nope.
Man, well, either way, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
In between that one and this one, you've been growing your gym. It seems like that's going really well, but you have also had an opportunity to train with some guys that are in the BKFC making big names for themselves in the BKFC, right? Haven't you trained with Lorenzo, and have you trained with like Isaac and those guys at all?
Oh yeah. Hey, so Nate, no quarter combative, right?
Nate, yeah. Nate's
love
great, man.
That guy. You know, somebody asked me the other day, who the fuck is Nate? And I'm like, give me a second, I'll tell you who Nate is. Nate is a guy who got a hold of me on the phone. He saw that I was in the military. He liked that. And he got a hold of me through Instagram, you know, and we started talking, you know. So Nate was, hey, I can help you out. You know, you can come out, train with Lorenzo. We'll meet there and stuff, you know. So he set that whole thing up, right? That's who Nate is. But then you meet Nate, right? And Nate will take the shirt off his back for you, man. Nate is an awesome guy. He's done so much for me. And like I said, you get to meet him, dude, and like you got a friend for life. The dude is awesome. You know, he'll do whatever he can, whatever it's within his reach or not. You know, the guy will go out of his way. He'll fucking drive for you. He'll do anything for you. And I love that. And you know, last time we hung up the phone, I'm like, Nate, I fucking love you, man. You're fucking awesome. You know, that's who Nate is. You know, and I know it's came up a couple of times, but that's who Nate is. And yeah, he set it up. I got to go train with Lorenzo Hunt, and you know, it's just been picking up a lot of stuff. Not only here at my gym by us training our own fighters. You know, I mean, we've been to the Golden Gloves. We've done the tournaments, you know, down here in Southern California. We've had those 3 years of experience, you know, and there's a whole lot of guys in here at the gym, you know, that give me rounds, and it's been nothing but getting experience. And then you go train with somebody like Lorenzo Hunt. And I'll tell you what, man, you ever feel a little out of shape, you go talk to him. The man is fucking up at 6 a.m. every morning. Not up. No, he's at the gym at 6 a.m., right?
Yeah.
You get in 2 hours of
starting
work.
alive at that time.
Yeah. Like, and then you're there at 6 p.m. So it's twice a day, man, and you're getting your ass handed to you and you're learning. So I took all that in, man. I went to train with Lorenzo. Lorenzo he might come off a little, you know, abrasive or whatever when you see the interviews and stuff, and then you get to meet Lorenzo. Lorenzo is an awesome, down-to-earth man,
Sure.
you know, and I got to train with him. I'm super
don't break
happy about that.
kayfabe here, all right?
Yeah.
You know the term breaking kayfabe, right? breaking the fifth wall.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's the thing. Lorenzo is a good person. A
Yeah,
lot of
he's
people
great,
don't
man.
know that, but no, he's definitely not a good person. He's mean. He's
Yeah, right. No,
strong. He'll kick your ass if you
exactly.
see him. Yes, right.
Then you meet him, man, and I'll tell you what, that was some hard work, and I picked up a lot. And then we set up to go to Kansas out there with David Simpson, another great guy. David Simpson and his brother out there, Chris Simpson, out in Kansas, man. Those dudes are working. I'm telling you, don't doubt David Simpson when he says, you know, he's going to come out and perform. I've seen the guy. The guy's up at midnight fucking running stairs, dude. He's got like this weird schedule where he works out at night, and man, he is putting in work. You know, David Simpson and his brother Chris Simpson out there. You know, I can't wait to see that fight. He's going to open up June 21st.
Dude, he is a big 185er too. Like David Simpson is a fucking truck, dude. That guy is a big guy.
Well, let me give you a little insight on David Simpson, okay? David Simpson thinks I'm big, and I'm like, dude, have you fucking looked at yourself in the mirror? Like, he's got this thing where he doesn't think he's that big, and it's like, dude, you're a fucking monster. Like, you're fucking huge, dude. Like, it's funny.
Maybe he's got
guys.
maybe he's got a little man complex. Like he was real small for a large portion of his life, and like
I don't know,
that complex never went away. No matter how big he gets, he still thinks he's tiny.
I feel in a way we're all like that as guys, you know, who exercise, and you know, we've all lifted weights and we've all fought and all that, you know. But I look at David and I'm like, dude, you're a fucking monster. You are not fucking this small guy, dude. Look at your fucking forearms, you know. But yeah, and then we train with him. You know, he's putting in fucking work right out there in the middle of nowhere in Kansas. Then we come down and we meet Jake Lindsay, Isaac Doolittle. Who else was there? I can't remember if anybody else was there, but yeah, we got put in work with them, dude. So all thanks to Nate, man. Yeah, I've been putting in a lot of work, and I've taken a little bit, you know, out of all those guys and just kind of put my own regiment together. You know, I'm fucking working. I'm busting my ass. It hurts every day. You know, I'm working hard every day. That way, when that bell rings, you know, there's no doubt I've done it all. I always tell myself, no stone unturned. When that fucking bell rings, I'm fucking ready. I've done the work. I've hurt in training. You know, I've done the sparring. I've done the drills. I fucking worked the footwork. You know, we're going to come out to perform. And, you know, if I can talk a little bit about the fight, you know, it's here in San Diego. They call it Temecula. If you've never been down here, it might seem like it's a different city. It's really not. Temecula is like 10 feet away from the San Diego County line. To me, Temecula is San Diego. A lot of the buddies that I have from the military, they actually retire or they buy homes in Temecula just because of the prices, right? They just commute every day. It's not far. To me, it's a hometown fight, you know, and my family's gonna be there, my sister, my mom, my kids, my wife, everybody I know is gonna be there. The whole fucking gym's gonna be there, you know. So I don't see it as pressure, I just see it as motivation. You know, that bell's gonna ring, and you know, nothing but respect to my opponent, Brett Fields, is gonna come out to fucking fight. And that's a good thing. I know he's going to come out to fight. This thing's not going to go 2 rounds. It might not go 30 seconds, right? Because once that bell rings, like I said, nothing but respect for all the fighters, but we all got a job to do. And my job is going to be to fucking finish, man. I got too much on the line. I got my kids. I got my wife. I got 8-year-olds at the gym, you know. Hey, coach, when's your fight? When's your fight? You know, and it's not pressure. People ask me, are you nervous? And I'm like, well, I'm not nervous. I've seen a lot worse shit. You know, this guy's going to try to beat me up, you know, and I'm going to fucking beat him right back. So, yeah, no, it's not about nerves or anything like that. It's just I'm just ready. I'm telling you, I put in the fucking work, man. We've done the drills, we've done the sparring. We're gonna go out there and perform, right, in front of the home crowd. Super happy, can't wait. Just ready.
If Mike will agree with me, we had Brett Fields on last week,
Yep.
and the kind of guy that he's looking to go in there and scrap with, I think you fit the mold. Like he was like, I ain't in here to fight no fucking fakers. I respect. He's like, if you're a gangster, you're from the street. You're from the fucking street. If you're in the military, you're a fucking soldier. I respect you. If I respect you from the street, but don't pretend to be a soldier. Don't pretend to be a gangster. I think you're like a little mix of both there,
Yeah.
Luis. You've done a little bit of both.
Going on, man.
I think you got the perfect mix there. You will have the respect of your opponent, but like you said, he's going to come in there with the kill or be killed attitude, just like you are.
Yep.
And man, I think this one's going to be a good one. And you saw how Brett fights.
Yep.
This ain't going to a decision. One of you two is going to knock the other one out because
we're just two fucking older guys, dude. We're gonna get in there and scrap. There's no animosity. There's no hatred. We're just gonna get in there and perform. He knows what he has to do. I know what I gotta do. And I'm telling you, keep your eye on this fight. It's not gonna go past the first round, dude. It just isn't.
It's kind of funny that you and him are fighting each other because you in your first fight, you're making your debut and you're fighting a guy who has over 60 MMA fights under his belt.
Yep.
He goes in there in his debut and fights Lloyd Mix, who had like 40 fucking pro MMA fights under his belt.
Oh, crap.
It's like you guys both kind of entered
on
the same card. You guys both entered the sport on the same night, on the same day against guys that were like a million times more experienced than you.
Yeah.
And you know who else was on that card? Who was just on the show? Kai Stewart opened the card against Derek Gates.
Yeah, he was there. I met the Montana guys. I'm telling you, guys are awesome, man. And so here's another thing. I fought at 205 pounds, man. I was trying to put on weight. My cardio sucked. That's what they gave me. They gave me a call, and as a fighter, you tell the matchmaker, look, I'll fucking fight anybody, anytime, doesn't matter, right? And then he gives you the call and he says 205 pounds. What do? I'm a man of my word. If I said I'll fucking fight anybody, I'll fight anybody. So 205 pounds it is, I think I got myself up to like 198 pounds for that fight, So I'm obviously, it was, I'm just happy to be fighting at a better weight. 175 pounds is perfect. We're gonna be faster. Everything's gonna be better. I'm super excited.
Nice.
Well, hey man, I wish we can get out there July 12th.
Yeah.
Mike and I are not gonna make it to another live event until Sturgis, August 3rd.
Yeah. August will be freed up, right?
Yeah, finally, because well, maybe you for us being full time in the National Guard like we are, we're not active duty, but we might as fucking well be. We're in uniform every single day. The summertime is the busiest time of the year for us. That's where all the training events are happening. And like right now we're like smack dab in that season. So we have that going on. Then I'm going to Japan for a couple weeks with my family, and then we're coming back and we got things going on. So unfortunately, dude, I would love to come out to Temecula. I hear San Diego is the shit. From what I had a buddy. I used to work with a buddy.
Vagina.
Dude, Saint Diego, whale vagina. I had a buddy that lived out there who came to Connecticut and was working with me in a copper company right before I joined the military. Actually, I worked in this copper company, and he was from San Diego. And I don't know San Diego at all, but is there like one main strip that has like a fuck ton of like restaurants and bars like right at the beach? And
oh yeah. Well, there's a couple of beaches, and I mean, it's all beautiful. But then you got downtown, you got the gas lamp, and it's nothing but restaurants, nightlife and all that stuff. And yeah,
he said he worked in a bar down on one of those strips there, but he lived like 2 blocks off that strip. So he was like, I didn't even own a car out there, dude. I had a bicycle.
That's Pacific Beach. It's beautiful.
Yeah, he said he would get out of his apartment, he'd ride his bike down, chain up his bike, go to work, and he said he would work and then spend till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning out and then ride his bike home every day. I'm like, man, that sounds like a fucking awesome life.
It's the life, man. I love it out here. I get buddies always, they know I'm from, well, I'm not from Arizona, but, that's where I graduated high school. And like, you're ever going to go back home? And I'm like, dude, it's 115 degrees out there. No, I'm not going back home. I'm staying in San Diego. It's 69 degrees right now. I'm not going back home. No.
Incredible, man. Hey, wish we can make it out there. We'll make it out to the next one for sure. It's been great talking to you, dude. And I know that Nate and I had talked a while back, and we were going to get you on, and I don't know what happened. It fell through, but now you got a fight. You're coming. Your fight's coming up. We had to get you on here, and
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you got a great story, man, and I think a lot of people watching tonight are really in your corner, and they're rooting for you. So before we let you go, we'll give you a minute, like we do with everybody. Anything you want to shout out or say, this is your time. Take it, and then we'll wrap it up with you, buddy.
My family, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for, my wife and my kids. Everything I do is for them. The wife, the kids, the gym. Super grateful for the military and everything that it's provided us. It's given us a better life, and I'm super thankful for that. I got some cool sponsors. Get Shit Done Coffee, the real home of the hustle. These guys are awesome. They've been nothing but supportive. Eliminate Brands got my shirt out. I don't have it on right now, but you can head over to the website, eliminatebrand.com, and grab my shirt. And, if I'm going to say anything at the end, I'm just going to say I'm ready. We're going to perform. You got to watch this fight. You got to tune in because it's going to be fireworks. We're not going to go. I'm telling you, we're not going to go around, man, because neither one of us want that. We just want to get out there, perform, finish, and show off what we got. So I'm definitely ready. The work's been put in. Now it's just time.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Great talking to you. You got new fans for sure. Right here, check this out. It says, it's been a pleasure listening to you talk. Can't wait to see you fight. Good luck with everything. Can't wait. So, yeah.
A couple of new fans there.
Yeah, you definitely won over some people. So,
yeah.
Really great talking to you, dude. Thank you so much for coming on. Shout out to Nate for getting you on here for sure. I'm going to keep saying that because we love that dude just like you do. Yeah, Nate.
I was just talking about him.
I'm telling you, man, that dude became family. Nate's a guy that'll help you, and then you meet him, and you're like, "Well, shit, man." This, now we're family. You just meet him and you're family. That's it, man. I'll never get rid of Nate.
Yep.
Mike actually just brought it up. Hey, Mike brought him up earlier tonight when we were talking about Rasha, our new sponsor.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were in a bar later on that night after doing the Rasha. We're sitting there eating dinner with some friends, and then all of a sudden somebody pops in right next to me with beers in hand, and he's like, "Brother." And I look over and it's fucking Nate. And he's like, got you guys a couple beers for we didn't even fucking know he was there. And he just seen us over there, brought us some beers. He's a fucking great guy, man, for sure. Yeah. So, hey, Luis, thank you so much for coming on. Best of luck, July 12th.
You guys, pleasure to talk to you. Yep.
Mike, you got anything else for him?
Listen up, people. Here it is. Villaseñor.
There it is. Yep.
Fields. Heard from Fields. And now you've heard from El Jefe. They are fighting. It says Pachanga. It is in Temecula. Pachanga is like a casino resort, right? That's where it's going to be. Wish we could be there with you, but we will all be watching, and we will be glued to the TV because I have a feeling, as you already have warned us, this is not. This probably isn't going to make it out of the first round. I'm thinking first minute. Let's.
I'm gonna be at home. I got things to do, so.
Yeah, you got things to do. You need to get shit done, right?
Get shit done. That's right.
Can't waste time. Get shit done. Get shit done in the ring. Get shit done at home. Get shit done in the military. Listen, guys, this is an honor to talk to you tonight. I really do love. We need to get you back on because I want to talk about your childhood. I want to talk about, because we skipped over. There's a lot in your story there, but we only had limited time. So it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for coming on. Good luck in your fight. We will be watching. We got June 21st coming up. We got that July 12th card coming up. Man, we are spoiled right now with BKFC.
And Sturgis. Man.
And Sturgis. Can't wait for Sturgis.
Maybe I'll see you guys there.
We'll
Come
be
out
there.
there, dude. Come
You
out
should
there.
come out
That's
there.
gonna be
You
a
should
good
come
one.
out.
I'm all about the motorcycles, man. You know, that's
Hey,
gonna
I
be a
heard
good one.
heard Kid Rock. I heard Kid Rock was going to be there doing something.
There we go.
I
Yeah.
bet there's going to be a ton of people there. There's going to be it's going to be nuts. You should go there. Let's have a blast. It'll be the time of our lives. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
Give
you.
it up for El Jefe. And hey, take it easy. Thanks for coming on. Everybody else.
All right. You guys have a good night.
Later, bud.
I am going to announce the location here. This location is it's really truly unbelievable. There's going to probably be, I would estimate, between 30 and 40,000 people watching this event live. It's going to be. I mean, I'm so thrilled for the partnership here. It's happening in South Dakota. Give you a little hint. It is at the biggest, I guess, motorcycle rally entertainment event in the world. It's going to be at Sturgis. So we're doing our first event ever, August 3rd at Sturgis. That'll be Taylor Starling versus Britton Hart. A couple of our fighters are going, but also major boxing world champions and major mixed martial arts world champions from all around the world are going to be at this Sturgis event. It's going to be sick. It's going to be unbelievable. It's a stacked card, and I really can't wait for it. It'll be the most amount of people that ever watch BKFC live in attendance at once. And what do I always say about how we get fans?
When they see it live, and you're
Get them
100%
to a live
correct.
event.
Get them to a live event. And this is what the live event is going to have. Two of the best female bare knuckle boxers in the world fighting each other. Britton Hart, the 115-pound champ, against Taylor Starling, the girl who won our hearts over. And I'm talking about bare knuckle style at Knucklemania 1 when she fought Charissa Sagala. That's the one, the girl on the right. She's the one that we saw live. And then Britton Hart capped off that night, our first live bare knuckle experience. Just like Feldman said, get them to the fights. And these two women were at the very first live event that we ever went to, and we never forgot it. And here we are, 280 episodes later, still talking about this shit because it's wonderful. Sturgis Bike Week 2024, the American dream.
It's the
wait.
American dream.
That's right.
Do you
Dusty
know
Rhodes, baby.
Do you know that song? Do you know what that song is? He's the
Dusty Rhodes.
American dream. Yep, he's just
Dusty
a common
Rhodes,
man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, hey, that is good. We heard about another fight that's going to be on that card that should be announced soon. I can't wait till they start announcing these fights because they better put together a banger for Sturgis. They better put together a fucking
they need some
stacked card. Gritty fighters, violent fighters. They need to bring the pain. Oh man, it's gonna be fucking awesome. I can't even wait. It's gonna be great. We got some fun times ahead of us, Mike.
Oh my God. Yes, we do. There's some great events coming up. First and foremost, it's coming up quick, guys. We've talked about it. We had on Bryan Duran last night. We had on Kai Stewart. It is coming up June 21st. You better mark your damn calendars and be there because you don't want to miss this. Next Friday.
That card, hey, can you just bring up that card just to you know how you do? Can you bring the card up real quick just so we can scroll? Guys, this fucking card on June 21st is like so beyond stacked. It's insane. And like I've slipped up and called it Knucklemania a couple times, and that was just like a Freudian, it was like a Freudian slip or something because this card could be the best card of the year. It's that good. It is fucking that good. And like Mike said earlier today, it is mostly homegrown. I mean, Keith Richardson had a very, very long, successful MMA career. But other than Keith, outside of bare knuckle, most of these guys don't have anything outside of bare knuckle too much. You know what I mean? Obviously, right there at the top, you got Kai and Duran. We talked to both of them. Then Alberto Blas and Keith the Rockstar Richardson, another title fight. Jomi and Jared, we consider them homegrowns, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Jomi,
Yeah,
homegrown
for
in
sure.
bare knuckle.
100%. Yes.
Jared, homegrown at BKFC, but they're homegrown bare knuckle
Bare
fighters.
knuckle fighters.
That's
Yep.
what they're known for. You go down a little more, Justin Imarola, we talked to him yesterday. Rick Caruso he's been there for a long time with the BKFC, and he has fought a lot of tough guys. He has stepped up and taken some challenges that others wouldn't take. He stepped in on a day or 2 days notice. He stepped in when Lambert
Yes.
couldn't fight
in Orlando on that Adams Kleckler card. Claffey.
When Claffey was supposed to fight Lambert fell out. Rick Caruso jumped in. He's a dog for the company. You keep going. Christine Vicens is fucking awesome. Melanie Shaw.
When are we ever gonna get freaking Melanie Shaw on this freaking show, man?
Melanie Shaw is like,
what's up with time zones? I don't like them.
I don't know. Melanie Shaw is there for the violence. She is there for the violence, and she's in it from bell to bell. It's fucking the girl's a super tough and insane bare knuckle fighter. And then you go down, dude. Look at this fucking card.
I know.
Look at this fucking card.
There ain't enough time in the damn day.
Guillermo Perez. It's die or be killed, he said last night.
That's right. Die or be killed. And we're gonna get
I love
that.
G fighting Albert Inclon. Are you fucking kidding me? Chris Garcia is on the card there. I don't know much about Livingston, who he's fighting, but you got Chris Garcia, another big name.
0-1 fought Kerry Caprio. Okay, in man asses. Nice.
Man asses. But then these two, my God. Plaziola versus Eric Johnson. Are you fucking kidding me? They just dropped that in there.
Look at that. This is unbelievable.
They just dropped that one in there. And then you got
and then
Perdomo.
look at this fucking fight. Perdomo versus Banks.
Panda?
Perdomo.
Oh, Steve Panda Banks makes his way back to the States from Thailand. He is back to the States, and he's fighting fucking 3-0 Perdomo. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
This card's insane. And then Wayne.
Oh, is that guy that was supposed to? Was it Bryan Duran that had like a beef with this dude?
Wanye Reed against what's it, Dirt to Gold, right? Dirt to Gold.
Yes.
D2G, right?
That's right. Yes.
Him and Bryan Duran had something going on. They were definitely beefing. And then, dude, Cedeno he just dropped in there in the prelims, like fucking
just floating on in there.
Just floating on in there.
Zuck, the Facebook guy.
Yep, Mark Zucker. It's not the Facebook guy, Mike.
What?
But that dude,
I thought he was getting into fighting. That's not him.
That's not him. It's his brother.
It's Zucker, man, not Berg.
Yeah, it's definitely his brother.
Same guy.
Then, dude, that one right there, starting the night off. The fucking beast himself, David Simpson, against fucking Merc season Marcus Suarez. This
is ridiculous. I'm going.
This
AWOL.
card is fucking.
This card could make me go AWOL. I can tell you that right now.
I cannot believe we're not going to this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna hate myself forever for this.
Yep. We need to retire from the military.
All the shit we said before about the military, null and void. All that's fake. I hate it. I'm getting out right now. I'm going AWOL to go to this card. I'm going to ruin it all. Risk it for the biscuit, my friend. Just kidding. I'm just joking.
This is
the bare knuckle.
This one hurts. This one does hurt. This one hurts.
This is a better lineup, in my opinion, than Knucklemania 4. In my opinion.
I will agree. I'm gonna agree with you.
I like this card. This card is a.
There was obviously there was the big names on Knucklemania 4.
Yes.
But this card, the matchmaking here, and the bare knuckle talent that we have been watching for so long, being matched up with each other on this card, in the fucking venue that they're in, Mike, this is the one, dude.
This is it. This is amazing.
I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to be an event of the year candidate when we do our awards at the end of the year. This will be an event of the year candidate.
It will be.
Sure. And
I am mighty butthurt right now.
So my sister in the comments is asking. So my sister-in-law owns a bike shop in Connecticut, a really successful one. It's called Street Stuff. It's badass motorcycle shop. She's asking if Street Stuff is going to be out there in Sturgis? I don't know, Megan. Maybe you should reach out to our sister-in-law and find out, because I would love to know
Go there.
if Street Stuff's going to be out there. I am going to make sure that whoever from Street Stuff is out there, makes their fucking way to the BKFC event. They need to be there, because I love getting people close to me to see this shit live.
Gotta see it, Kyle. So an hour and 35 minutes, 2 guests. We always go longer than we ever expect to go.
Hey, you know what though? Those 2 guests were fantastic, dude.
Yeah, it was fun. That was fun.
That was great.
I want to get more in depth. I want to get more in depth on the story there, that background, that
yeah, we gotta have to do like a whole episode with him.
Yeah.
You know what we got to do? We got to get him in a place where he's got some high definition service, and have a long form interview with him, because I feel like he's got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we gotta. I got some ideas. I have a lot of ideas. We just don't have time to implement the ideas. So we're gonna have to invent more hours in the day. That's the first thing we have to do. But I have some ideas.
Yeah. Hey guys, and the weekend is here. Mike is still down in the freaking Pennsylvania. He's gonna go hang out with an old friend of ours that made his way down there to hang out with the boys. Retired friend of ours. And tomorrow night, I just want to let everybody know the Boston Celtics win their 18th NBA title. It's a big thing in my house. I'm gonna let Nolan stay up as late as it takes to have him witness his first world title in Boston sports.
Yes.
He's very, very excited about it. I'm going to let him stay up. I hope they fucking close it out, because it will be very cool to sit there with my boy and watch the fucking Celts hoist a trophy tomorrow night. I know it has nothing to do with fighting, but I just wanted to say that that's what I'll be doing. I don't know what Mike will be doing. You got any plans?
I'll be watching that somewhere. I'll be watching it. It'll be on a TV somewhere, whatever bar or place I go to. Somewhere, whatever we do, whether it's here in the barracks, we put it on the TV. I'm gonna watch that fight. So, I mean, the basketball game. So,
and there's no bare knuckle fights this weekend, right?
No.
It's been almost every weekend for a while, man. It's like, we didn't even talk about the fucking UK event that happened the other day. You haven't had a chance to watch it?
No.
There you go. So we're not going to talk about it. All I got to do,
all I got
to say, Mike, it was a fucking pretty goddamn good event. There was a lot of really good.
Tomorrow I will watch it tomorrow afternoon.
There you go.
So hey, downtime.
Thank you to all our guests this week
on Saturdays.
Yeah. Thank you to Kai Stewart for coming on, and Luis Villasenor. Thank you for coming on, El Jefe. That was a great conversation. And head over to buckedup.com. Use promo code Mike and Mish 20. Get a discount. Get over to Dynamic Life. Go to Live Dynamic on Instagram. The link's in the bio. Become a patient, and go to at Rasha Revolution on Instagram. Follow them and check out what we're talking about. More to come on that, but
yes,
shout out to them too. Mike, do you have anything else for the peeps?
Hey, everybody have a great weekend. I'm going to have a great weekend no matter what. Doesn't matter if I'm on orders, if I'm at home with the family, if I'm out on the road with Kyle covering an event. I'm always having a good time. So have a good weekend. And I say peace.